Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, good morning.
Yep. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. So, you know about this course, right? The course is like full stack UI with React. So, as part of this course, what we are going to discuss. So, first of all, let me show you what content we are going to deliver as part of this course. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Okay, first of all, come to me. My name is Srinivas. I have overall 12 years of experience as like a full stack engineer. Okay, now currently I'm working for data science. So this is my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to share. Okay, just you can go through. Now come to our course. As part of this course, we are going to discuss HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js, and MongoDB. These are the topics. Okay, just top level I described here, and the subtopics and everything I'm going to show. Just wait. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js, and MongoDB. Overall, the duration is like 90 days. Our target is like first 45 days like that. We are going to take HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. Next 45 days, we are going to focus on like React, Node.js, and MongoDB. Sometimes it may extend. Don't think like exactly 90 days. Maybe extend 10 to 15 days like that. If you want to go through the content, okay, you can go through this content in our website directly. You can go through. I will show you. Sessions wise, we are going to take like 1 hour minimum every day. Weekends, we don't have any sessions, weekdays only. Okay, daily 5 days, Monday to Friday, we can take it. Come to the procedure, we are going to give like daily based assignments. The next one is like whatever the topic we covered, the trending notes we are going to provide. And the topic wise also. Topic wise also. We have one website is there. I will show you that one. Whatever the programs we are going to execute in our class, those programs we are going to share. At last, the resume preparation and interview questions. Okay, what kind of questions they are going to ask. That one also we'll discuss. The next thing is like if anybody required like internship, okay, that one also we are going to provide. We have like a startup. Through that startup we are going to provide like internship. Okay, there you have to work for one project. It's like 6 months program. Okay, that one, that is your wish. That is the last thing. So this is our overall agenda. So first we are going to start with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. 45 days we are going to complete it, and React, Node.js, and MongoDB next 45 days. And one more thing is like every weekend, Saturday, we are going to take like workshop sessions that is related to sometimes UI, sometimes Python, sometimes React, like that. So we are going to announce you. If you are okay, you can join. Those are like weekends. Saturday, it's going to take like 1 to 2 hours. Okay, if it is related to UI, you can join. Understood everyone? To learn this course, if you want to learn full stack UI with React, if you want to join this course, what prerequisites are required? Okay, before that, do we need any programming language knowledge? Okay, it means any programming language, if you know, that is okay, well and good. If you don't know also, no problem at all. Why? Because from scratch level we are going to discuss. Okay, from starting HTML first and then CSS and then JavaScript, like this. Okay, step by step we are going to discuss the topics. So no problem at all. If you have a knowledge on any programming language, that is good. That's well and good. If you don't have also, no problem at all. Don't think more about that. You are from which background? Don't think. You can easily learn. In our software industry, compare with other languages, this course only very easy to learn. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. So that if you don't have any background, okay, any programming language idea, don't think more about that one. Simply you can learn. The next thing is like Once you completed this course, once you completed this course, what next? What kind of opportunities you can get it in the software industry? That is the question. Okay, what kind of opportunities you can get it? Anyone knows? Once you completed this course, I completed HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. I'm good. Okay, so what next? What kind of opportunities you can get it? What kind of role you are going to place? We are going to play what kind of role? Now see here, different roles. For example, if you know HTML and CSS, you don't know any other things, only you know HTML and CSS only, that time your role in the software industry as like a UI designer. Okay, that means you just design the pages. What kind of pages? We'll show, we'll tell. With HTML, CSS, have the knowledge on JavaScript. On top of JavaScript, there has some libraries, frameworks are there. I have an idea on React or Angular or Vue. Okay, that means you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. On top of JavaScript, there has some libraries like React, Angular, Vue. Then the time your role in the industry is like UI developer or front-end engineer or front-end developer. You can apply for this particular role. Now, I have good knowledge in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, on top of JavaScript, React, and I have knowledge on Node.js. I have knowledge on Node.js, and I have knowledge on MongoDB also. If you know these all technologies, then that time your role is like MERN stack engineer. Okay, in the name itself, M for Mongo. Okay, E Express with Node, EN, R for React. Your role is like MERN stack engineer. Instead of React, if you have a knowledge on Angular, remaining all are like Node and databases like Mongo. That time your role is like mean stack engineer. Just R for React, A for Angular. Remaining all are like same. Mongo, Node with Express. I have idea on HTML, CSS, JavaScript on top of either React or Angular or Vue. And I have the backend technology knowledge. I have some knowledge on either Java or .NET or Python. I have some knowledge on some of the database like MongoDB or MySQL or Oracle or some other database. And I have some knowledge on DevOps stuff also. Then the time you can apply for the post is like full stack engineer. Now current market, okay, is full having full demand for this people, full stack engineers. Okay. The next thing is like React Native. Okay. If you completed React course, you can easily work on React Native to develop the mobile app. Okay, mobile apps, Android apps, or iOS apps. So that if you know React, if you completed this course, React Native also you can learn your own. Why? Because the syntax, the topics, and everything is like same, so that you can become like a mobile application developer also. We are going to discuss React Native as I said in the workshops. Okay. So if you have knowledge on React, you can say I can work on React Native also. The next one is like if you want to design a form, first of all that form, okay, spec is required, right? Hey, I want to design, I want the form is like this, some document is required, right? Design document. That's design document we can create by using Figma software, Sketch, Adobe. If you have an idea on this, you are like a UX designer. First, UX designer created a document. Okay, it's a kind of, okay, spec design document, you can say. The UI designer take that document, he is going to create the form, he is going to create the page. So if you have an idea on Figma or Sketch or Adobe, your role is like UX designer in the market. The next one is like once application development is completed, somebody has to test, right? Whatever you written, okay, that is not like always correct. Okay, whatever the code you implemented, whatever the application you created, okay, there may be sometimes can find some bugs also or not. So who is going to test that application means, okay, testers. Okay, manual testing is there, automation testing also there, Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, okay, like this different libraries are there. Okay, those are their role is like QE engineer. If you know this, the next one is like your application development is completed. You have to deploy that application for that purpose. Continuous integration, continuous deployment, AWS, Azure, Docker, Kubernetes. Okay, GoDaddy, like this different service providers out there. Okay, we are going to okay. If you know that one, okay, we are going to discuss this one also. I will show you the content. DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer, if you have an idea. The next one is like nowadays, most of the people are like, okay, data science, they're looking for data scientists or not roles. If you have an idea on Python, machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP, some database knowledge, some mathematics knowledge, okay, now you can become like a data scientist. Here only data engineers, data analysts come into the picture by learning some of the libraries like Pandas, NumPy. Okay, that is separate story, leave it. The next, this is also current industry. Okay, they're looking for most of the security engineers, ethical hacking, penetration. These are related to security. So these are the most important roles in our software industry. So come to ours now. You can become like a UI designer. You can become like a front-end developer by learning this course. You can become like a marine stack engineer. Up to here, our course. The next thing is like once you completed React, we are going to discuss like React Native also and Next.js also you can easily learn so that this one also. So our course is related to first three. If you know only HTML and CSS, you are like a UI designer. If you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, okay, on top of this one, React or Angular or Vue, you know, UI developer or front-end developer. The next one is like if you have a backend knowledge like Node.js and database is like MongoDB, you are like a Maven stack engineer. So first three we are going to cover as part of our sessions. Clear, okay, everyone? Up to here, okay? So for any questions, anyone? No? Okay then. Now, full-fledged content I want to show you. Let's go to our website. This is the content we are going to deliver as part of our course. HTML, these topics we are going to cover. The next one is like CSS. The next one is like Bootstrap. For what purpose? This is come under CSS only for responsive web designing purpose. Advanced HTML5 features we are going to discuss. The next one is like CSS3, advanced CSS. The next one is like JavaScript. Okay, these many topics we are going to discuss in JavaScript. Why? Because our focus is on JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can learn any kind of technology. Okay, any kind of technology on top of JavaScript, like React, you can learn React, Angular, you can learn Vue, you can learn. If you know JavaScript, these all are they built on top of JavaScript only. That's the reason you can easily understand the syntax and everything. That's the reason your main focus is on JavaScript. If you go for interview also, I will tell you that one later. Okay. Next one is like React content. Okay. In the React, these many topics we are going to discuss. The next one is like the React hooks. Nowadays, people are using like functional components. So these are the React hooks. Next, Redux also we are going to discuss. Test your application. Okay, unit tests I'm going to write. Automation tests also I said, right? Playwright. And build and deploy your application in the Vercel, AWS, Azure, and GoDaddy. How to deploy your application in different service providers we are going to discuss. Okay, the next one is like version control is like Git, backend is like Node.js, and database is like MongoDB. Visualization purpose, graphs, dashboards to create. Okay, we are going to use visualization, some of the third party library. And finally I want to discuss like one end-to-end application. Okay, client server and MongoDB is like a database. It's like an end-to-end application I want to discuss by login, insert, update, delete, retrieving operations with the JWT token. With the JWT token. The next one is like nowadays people are using, instead of REST, they are using like a GraphQL. Okay, so that we are going to create the same kind of application with the GraphQL. At this moment, you don't know. You if you know, that's okay. If you don't know, don't think more. Why? Because this is only our next level discussion, right? So this is our overall course content. Understood? Okay, why JavaScript is like very important here? If you go for any interview which is related to UI, if you go for any interview which is related to a UI, let me create running notes for our batch. Stack UI. Yeah. If you go for any interview, UI related, if the interview duration is like 60 minutes, within the 60 minutes, 5 minutes they may spend on HTML. 5 minutes they spend on HTML. The next one is like 5 minutes they may spend on CSS. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes. Next 30 minutes minimum they are going to spend on JavaScript. Minimum 30 minutes they are going to spend on JavaScript. Why? Because if you know JavaScript, they think like you can learn any kind of library on top of JavaScript. I'm not exactly looking for React. Oh, today in my company, my project is like React. Tomorrow, another client, they asked for work on Vue.js. Then that time, you should have to learn Vue.js within, okay, 1 week, 2 weeks or not. When you can learn means if you have strong knowledge on core things like JavaScript, on top of JavaScript, whatever the libraries they develop, you can easily understand. So that JavaScript topics are very important. These are the core things. Once they satisfied in the 30 minutes interview, okay, this in this particular okay area, if they satisfied, then that time they proceed with the next one. Okay, you worked on React. They are going to ask the questions on React. Angular, they are going to ask the questions on Angular. The next one is like Vue.js. They are going to ask the questions on Vue.js, Backbone.js, EXT.js, like that. See, if they satisfied here, if they're not satisfied in this area, they may select you. But if they're not satisfied in the JavaScript area itself, they may not go to the next level. That's the reason. Focus on JavaScript. Core things you have to focus. If you like core things, any programming language, if it is like a Java, core Java is very important. If it is like a .NET, C Sharp is very important. If it is like a Python, core advanced Python is very important. Remaining all are like on top of, only they are going to provide you some libraries, frameworks. The core thing you should not miss. Why? Because our code, our business logic, we are going to write using this core thing only or not. Okay, that's the reason our main focus also on JavaScript. Okay, so that these many topics whatever I listed here, okay, don't stick with all, okay, these only the topics, don't think like that. If you come up with your own topics, we are going to add it, these many topics are there. If you want, okay, you can go to this VTS school website, just you can go through that content, you can go through this content up to you. Okay, everyone? Okay, then the next one is like, let's start with HTML. Let's start with HTML. Now you have to respond. Okay, so my question is very simple. Okay, before learn any course, first of all, why? Okay, if you want to learn, why we go for HTML? Why we go for HTML? Using HTML, what we can do? Okay, using, if you know HTML, with that HTML, what we can do? That is my question. Very simple question. Anyone knows why we go for HTML? You know HTML. With that HTML, what you can do? HTML stands for what? Anyone knows? Very simple answer. Okay. For example, I want to open one website. Okay, just my favorite website. I want to open. My favorite website is like any website you can say. For example, Google only can take it. Google only. Now, whenever you open in your browser google.com, google.com, this google.com, what we can say? This google.com, what we can say? It's like a domain name, right? Whenever you open the domain in my browser, there has some content is loaded or not? Yes or no? In the browser, yes, no? The about is there, store is there, Gmail, images, and here there has one filter kind of image. After that, logged in user logo and Google logo, like this. There has some content loaded in my browser and visible to the end user or not, in like a structured format. About to store in the left side, Gmail images in the right side, like that. Whenever you open the browser, okay, in the browser, okay, that means whenever in your browser open one website, for example, quick info, I can take it. Whenever you open this particular domain, this much content is loaded, visible to the end user or not? My question is like, this content not created by me, this content also not prepared by me, somebody created or not? Yes or no? Somebody created. How they create? Using some technologies, right? Using some technologies or not? Now my question is very simple. By using which technologies we can prepare this content which is loaded inside the browser? That is my question. Very simple, straight question. In my browser, there has some content loaded. That content somebody has to prepare. That is you or some other person. So how they prepared? By using which technologies they prepared this content which is loaded inside the browser, visible to the end user? My answer is like very simple. Using HTML, we can prepare some content which is loaded inside the browser, visible to the end user. Visible to the end user. End user is nothing but, okay, you are the end user who opened that one. I am the end user. So this particular content which is loaded inside the browser, that content I can prepare using HTML or not. That's it. What we can do by using HTML means we can prepare some content which is loaded inside the browser or not. We can prepare some content which is loaded inside the browser. One line answer. That's it. Okay. Prepare some content, this content based on my requirement. For example, okay, if it is, we can take like a VTS code. Okay, this is my content. Okay, this is my requirement. Here logo is required, here some tabs are required. Okay, something like this. This is my requirement. Okay, whatever it may be, my requirement, whatever it may be, that particular content you can prepare using HTML or not. That content you can prepare using HTML which is loaded inside the browser. Got my point? Prepare the content, prepare some content which is loaded inside the browser or not. Inside the browser. That's it. Okay. Next, see, there has some content loaded. Na? This content, if you want to make it like look and feel is nothing but what? Properly structured. Okay, I want to give like some colors for this particular content. I want to give some alignments. I want to add some animations like this. See this. We are going to add some animations. See? Okay. If you want to add some animations and everything, see, there has some animations added or not. If you want to make it like look and feel, that content you prepared, that is loaded inside the browser. If you want to make it like look and feel, okay, color wise, alignment wise, some animations and everything, if you want to make look and feel that particular content, how it is possible? If you want to make this content look and feel, how it is possible? Any answers? The content loaded inside the browser. That's okay. That content, I want to make it like look and feel. I want to make it like look and feel. Come on, how we can? By using CSS. See, one line answers. Okay, by using CSS. Why we go for CSS means whatever the content loaded inside the browser, that content I want to make it like look and feel. Then the time you can go with what? CSS or not. Okay, if you want to make that content, okay, look and feel, then the time you can go with the CSS or not. Now see here, the button, okay, the link color is something like this. Here there has a button, okay, color is like keep on changing or not, background color. This logout button color is like something different. That look and feel, if you want to change based on your requirement, then you can go with what? CSS or not. So first thing is like I prepared the content using HTML. That is like raw content, you can say. If you want to make look and feel that content, then you can go with what? CSS or not. The next thing is like why we go for JavaScript. One line answers. Why we go for JavaScript, you know? Can anyone tell why we go for JavaScript? Very simple. On this particular content, I want to perform some actions. Now see, if I click on the course, then what happened? The course is loaded or not. If I click on the users, I can see the users loaded or not. If I click on the contact, my contact loaded or not. If I click on the courses, okay, if you come here, if I click on this view content, it is navigate to some other page or not. That means if you want to perform some actions on the content, okay, if you click, that is one action, yes or no? If you want to perform some actions, if you click, see, this is the button. If I click on this button, there has some content downloaded or not, downloaded or not. This is what? This is a one kind of action only or not, yes or no? So on your content, if you want to perform some actions, then you can go with what? Then you can go with JavaScript or not. Okay, if you want to perform some actions, on content, then you can go with what? JavaScript or not. Yes or no? Sometimes my content is like a static, not change. But sometimes what happened? You are performing some actions, right? Okay, the best thing is like this one only. See, this one is not performing any action. Okay, this is okay. It's like a static. But whenever you click on the download content, okay, you are performing some action is like what? We take this content and download it as like what? As like a PDF file or not. That is one action or not. So this particular action, to perform this action, you need what? JavaScript or not. So JavaScript is like a core thing. On top of JavaScript, what we have? JavaScript is like a core thing. JavaScript is like a core thing. On top of JavaScript, there has multiple libraries, frameworks are there or not. On top of JavaScript, there has multiple libraries, frameworks are there. Okay, tell me some libraries. Okay, you can say like a or React. Okay, frameworks, Angular is there. Okay, library view also there. Like this, different libraries, frameworks are there. So directly, you may not use JavaScript. We created this application, this VTS school application using React, So once you completed your course, you also can develop this kind of applications or not. So if you want to develop this application to prepare this content, you should have some idea on HTML. To make it like look and feel, you should have an idea on CSS. To perform this kind of actions, you should have an idea on JavaScript, or on top of some libraries are there. JavaScript libraries are there. On top of JavaScript libraries, tell me React is there. So using React, okay, we can perform some actions and everything or not. Yes or no? Okay, there has a proper structure is there. That one we can learn. But for now, okay, one word answers very simple. HTML, we can prepare content. CSS, make that content is like look and feel. JavaScript, perform some actions on the content. That's it. Understood everyone? Got my point? Okay, okay then. Now let's go with the HTML first. Let's go with the HTML first. HTML stands for what? HTML stands for what? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, now there has some programming languages are there, markup languages are there. Programming languages are there, markup languages are there. Tell me some programming languages. Let's take like a Java, Python. These all are come under programming languages. Okay, markup languages, tell me. Okay, best thing is like HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. ML, okay, markup language. PL, programming language. The difference between ML, markup language, and PL, programming language. What is the main difference? Anyone knows? Programming language and markup language, the difference, anyone knows? Okay, C also one programming language. Okay, in our BTech, okay, in our graduation, at least you know something about the C, right? If you want to write one simple hello world program in my C programming language, can you tell me, okay, what kind of step by step procedure you follow? Can anyone knows? First, hello world program I want to write it, right? So that first I created one file with the extension of what? C, with the extension of C. Did you remember? If it is like a CPP, the extension is like CPP. If it is like a Java, my extension is like Java or not. So I created one file hello.c. Yes or no? Okay, just recap the things. After that, what you did? Did you remember? After that, you written some code, right? You written some code. Okay, there has some headers, hash include stdio.h, con io.h, something like that. And then we written like a main method. Inside the main method, printf or scanf or something like this. We written or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, don't think more. This is not our discussion. Yeah. So you, whatever the code you written, that code we can say like what? Source code. Done. I written the code based on my requirement. What is the next step you did? It is not gives me the output, right? It is not gives you the output. Okay, if it is like a Java also, you can create like a hello.java. Okay, we'll see about the Java also. Then the next thing is like what? The next step, whatever the code you written the code by following the guidelines or not. How we can check? By compiling or not. So you have to compile your code or not. You have to compile your code. Understood? You have to compile your code. Once my compilation is completed without any errors, okay, that means you followed the rules, guidelines, and everything. There is no errors, nothing. My compilation is done. Once my compilation is completed, and then you have to run your program or not. You have to run your program. The same procedure for all the programming languages, either it is like a C, CPP, Java, whatever it may be. If it is like a Java, okay, my file name is like .java. If it is like a C sharp, my file name is like CS. If it is like a Python programming language, my file name is like py, like that. So if it is like a Java, my file name is this one. In Java, just I'm going to create, okay, one class I'm going to create, and then here you can write, okay, don't think more about what I'm writing. Public static void main, okay, and then string args. After that, just you can write some code, system.out.println, like this. System.out.println hello world, like this you can write it. Now once you written this code, first step is what? To get the output for any programming language, what is the first step? You have to check for the compile time errors. Compile time errors is nothing but, okay, you are using one programming language means that is not introduced by you. Some people introduced, we are just users, that's it. Okay, who introduced this programming language? They provided you some guidelines, some rules. those rules you followed or not followed. See here, semicolon is mandatory in Java. Okay, I missed it, so that you can get like a compile time error. Once my compilation is completed, once my compilation is completed without any error, after that we can run the program. None, you can see the output. This is the procedure to get the output from any programming language. Got my point? First, you have to create one file name, and then you can write the, okay, one file you can create with the extension based on your requirement. You can write the source code, and then you can compile the code, and then you can run it. Then only you can see the output or not. This is the procedure you have to follow for any programming language. But come to my markup language. Okay, come to my HTML. Okay, what you have to do, the same hello world program only I want to write it. First, what you have to do, you have to write hello dot what is the extension. If it is like Java, the extension is like Java, C sharp, CS. If it is like Python, py. If it is like PHP, dot PHP. If it is like HTML, my extension also dot HTML only. Now, here, based on your requirement, you can write the source code. Okay, you can write the source code. That is our discussion. Okay, that is our HTML discussion. You can write the source code. Once you written the code, the next step is what? Once you written the code, the next step is what? What is the next step? You have to do compile, and then you have to run it, and then see the output. If you see this procedure, okay, there is no difference, right? Markup language and programming language. But the difference, what you know, in the markup language, once you completed your source code, whatever you written, after that, no need to compile, no need to compile. It is directly run your program, and it gives you the output. But if you come to the programming languages, the compilation is like mandatory. Once my compilation is like success, then only you can run the program, and you can see the output or not. Understood? So the main difference you can tell now, the markup language and the programming language. Okay, one simple point, important point you have to tell, like programming language has to be compiled, and then only we can run it. Markup languages, there is no compilation, nothing. Directly we can run it or not. Agreed, everyone? Understood? The main difference between programming language and markup language. Okay, now? Okay, then. Now, okay, just I want to write the program. Simple program, I want to write it. Then only I can understand the syntax and everything, right? If you, okay, if you tell like this oral things, there is no use. You have to practice. Okay, you hands-on experience, we have to get it. You have to practice your own, then only you can get the things. Okay, by seeing, by listening, okay, you may understand. Okay, that is like a limited period, that's it. Okay, if you practice, then only you can get the things for a long time. That the reason, if you want to write the program, somebody you have, somewhere you have to write it, right? For that purpose, I am using some editors. Okay, even you can write in the notepad also, but okay, that is not, I don't want to use it. I want to use some of the editors. Okay, I prefer like, personally I am using like one of the editor. Okay, VS Code, Visual Studio Code is the editor. Okay, here you can run Python programs, you can run Java programs individual, you can run like a your HTML programs, React applications, and everything. That's the reason, just you can install this software. VS Code is the software. Okay, this is like a open source, no need to pay any amount. Directly you can go to the Google and just type download VS Code editor. VS Code editor. Okay, just you can download like this. The first one only, the download VS Code editor. From here you can download, and you can install this VS Code software. Whenever you install this software, whenever you installed this software, you can see one icon like this. Are you able to see the toolbar, the icon? Now see, like this you can see. Okay, so if you come here, Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code. The icon is this one, VS Code icon. Okay, now once you installed, you can find this and you can open it. Whenever you open this, the user interface of my VS Code is looks like this. My user interface of your VS Code is looks like this. Okay, already I used this VS Code. Okay, the recently I used for what? To write the Python programs. The recent one you can see here. The recent one we can see here. So this is my overall user interface. Okay, let me go with the new window so that okay you can close your old one. Let's open this one. So the editor is looks like this. This is my VS Code editor. First you can open your workspace folder. So for our batch, just I want to create one workspace folder for our programs and everything. So let me go to workspace. Okay, VTS. Here I want to create one workspace folder for us. So here full stack UI. Okay, with React, something like this I can. 0204 2025. Okay, this is my workspace folder. I'm going to use this folder to add our programs, daily based programs and everything. So let me open the workspace folder from here. From this editor, I want to open the workspace folder. This is everyone knows. Okay, don't think more. Open folder, go to the file, open folder, wherever you created the workspace folder, just go to that workspace folder. My workspace folder here, VTS. Okay, where is that? Full stack UI React. Just open this workspace folder. Done. Understood? Now, in this particular folder, okay, now you can see three sections. Did you observe? One is like left side, there has some icons are there. Whenever time comes, I will explain you what is the purpose of these icons and everything. For now, the first icon is like highlighted. It's like a explorer. See the folder file, folder explorer path explorer. Here, which one you clicked, that related content you can see in the second section. First section icons, so second section is this one. In the second section, it is like workspace folder. Any number of files you can create. That files we can open and write the source code in the third section. Let me create one Java file first. Okay, hello.java, for example. Now see, I created like one hello.java file. Now hello.java file now opened here. You can write the source code here or not. The next one is like one of the file like hello. Okay, see .html. Here you can see four icons. Whenever you put the cursor on the second section, you can see four icons. If you come out, then you cannot see the four icons. Now if you see four icons, you can see first one is like a new file, second one new folder, third one refresh the explorer, fourth one is like collapse and expand. So this one you can click new file, new file. So I created this, I click on this one. I can write any number. Okay, hello.py, like this, any number of files you can create. Understood? Now if you come to the Java, it's a programming language, right? Java is like what? It's a programming language. So that you can write like what? Okay, one class A, public static void main, okay, string args, and then system dot out dot println hello world. Done. My program ready. Whenever you have the okay source code, you have to run it, right? See here, if you see, okay, if you see here, there is a multiple options are there. Okay, if you want to run your program language, your programming language, okay, programming language is what? Java is a programming language, Python, like that, right? First you have to do what? You have to compile your code or not. You have to compile your code. You have to compile your code. How we can compile the code? Okay, don't think more about this syntax. Just I want to show you programming language procedure, how it is going to execute this. Now here, now just you can write Java C, okay, Java C, okay, hello dot Java, Java C, hello dot Java, like this you can. Java C hello.java. Now see, whenever I compile, it gives me an error. An error. What is that? Okay, semicolon is missing like that. So this is the rule who provided, okay, who provided these guidelines, who introduced this language, those people only provided or not. Now see, now there is no error, nothing. There is no error, nothing. So my compilation is completed. Once your compilation is done, I can run my program. Now I can see the output or not. So if it is like a programming language, the procedure is what? First, you created a file with the extension, and then you write some code, you written some code, and then you compile. Once my compilation and everything is okay, then only you can run, then you can see the output or not. This is for what? This procedure for what? Programming languages or not. If you come to the Python also, okay, simply print hello world, print hello world. Now here py hello.py, hello.py. Now you can see the output or not. For example, if it is not there, okay, it is not there, semicolon, okay, brace is missing. Now you can see the syntax error or not. Yes or no? Yes or no? So that first it is going to compile, and then only it is going to run, and it is going to give me the output or not. So any programming language you can take it, any programming language you can take it. The procedure is like what? First create a file and write some source code, written some source code, and then compile it and then run, and then you can see the output or not. But come to my markup language. Okay, here is the one. Come to my markup language. Our discussion is this one. Here somebody introduced, right? Okay, how the Java introduced, Python introduced, PHP introduced, like that HTML also introduced by some people or not. One of the organization like W3, World Wide Web Organization. Okay, those people also provided you some guidelines. Hey, if you want to write some HTML related, okay, something whatever it is, like if you use like HTML, can you follow these guidelines and everything? If you not follow also, then what happens? See, randomly just I put something like this, that's it, that's it. Am I followed any guidelines? Am I follow any rules like Java, Python? Okay, in Java I created a class public static void main system.out. This is the procedure I followed. Okay, in the hello.py, okay, print, okay, this name I used, exact name, okay, hello world I written, okay, open and close everything, like I followed some guidelines or not. If you come to the HTML, say I didn't follow any guidelines, just I randomly put some text, that's it. Will it work or not work? If it is like a markup language, what happens? See here, if it is like a markup language, you can write the source code. Here compilation is not there. See, compilation is like a compiler is like a check, you are going in the right path or not. If you're not in the right path, they are going to alert you, okay, they are going to raise some, okay, some syntax errors or not. But here compilation is not there means no one is there to check, no one is there to monitor. Okay, how you want, you can go like that only. No one is there to monitor. Okay, now if no one is there to compile, directly we can run it or not. So that if you come here, it's a markup language, just you can run directly or not. So how we can run and where I can run the HTML? Java and Python, I can see the output in my terminal, in my command prompt. You can see the output in the terminal. I can see in the command prompt. To see the output, one platform is required or not. To see the HTML file output, the platform is what? Where I can see the output. HTML files output, where I can see. Okay, I already told now. Why we go for HTML? First question. Why we go for HTML? To prepare the content which is loaded inside where? Which is loaded inside where? Inside the browser or not. So that, okay, you can prepare some content using HTML. That content where I can see in the browser or not. So my HTML files directly we can run where? My HTML files where I can run? Directly in the browser only or not. So this HTML file you created, right? Let's go to that HTML file Explorer path. Now this is the one. If you want to go to the directly System Explorer path from here, right click on this one. Now reveal in File Explorer is there. Just click on the reveal in File Explorer. Now see my hello HTML. The type is like what? Chrome HTML document. Why they mentioned like only Chrome? Why? Because in my machine Chrome is like a default browser. Now the icon for this HTML file is like what? My Chrome browser icon only or not? Now simply you can do double click on this one. Now see the hello. Okay, see here my hello.html file loaded. I didn't follow any guidelines rules. Whatever you written the content that is directly rendered inside the browser or not. Here any compilation is there. Anyone is like compiled your code. Anyone is like compiled your code. No compilation, nothing. Directly it is going to run or not. That is the main difference between programming language and a markup language. Understood everyone? Got my point? Okay. Okay, then for now I'm going to stop the session. Okay, tomorrow we can continue from here. I'm going to share you the video in our WhatsApp group. Okay, who not joined in the WhatsApp group, just you can join. Okay, from here go to the VTS school website, go to this one. Okay, full stack UI with React is there, right? To join the WhatsApp, just you can go here. Okay, I'm going to share you this demo session videos and everything in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can go through that content, just come up with your questions. Just you can come up with your questions. Okay, if you want to add any new topics, okay, feel free to tell. We are going to add those topics and everything. Okay, first you can go through that content. Okay, so tomorrow our thing is like, okay, we are going to do like, okay, deep dive into HTML. Okay, how we are going to create some forms and everything, we'll see. Okay, any questions? Anyone have any questions regarding this content? No problem, take your time and you can ask in tomorrow's session also, no problem at all. Okay, last call, any questions? No? Okay, then thank you guys, thanks for joining.